we've got a few more signings to dive into.
This offense continues to evolve as the season goes on.
Welcome into Bucs Insider, presented by Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Obviously, we have a very special edition today. Casey Phillips, Scott Smith here, joined by our new offensive coordinator, Zac Robinson. Zac, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate you.
Fired up. Obviously, day 2 on the job, but I feel like I know everybody already so well, so excited to get to work.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. And I imagine, I love when I hear coaches talk about what excites them about coaching. You guys are all so passionate about what you do. So tell me, whether it be when you first heard about the opportunity to come interview or when you actually found out you got the job, what were those things that came to your mind that you're like, I am excited about this?
Yeah, obviously the way things went down in Atlanta and then the way things moved quickly here, it was when that job came available, it was like, how can we get to work with this group of players, this organization. I know the Glazer family does things the right way and look forward to meeting them and getting to work with them. And then Coach Bowles, I've had so much respect for Coach Bowles throughout the year. I remember as a player, I didn't really play. I was, a third-string QB, bouncing around practice squads. But just remember the preparation that it took as a quarterback to get ready for those games. And then obviously what he's done, throughout his career as a coach and what he's meant to the game. And then knowing, coaches that have come here, Liam Cohen is a good friend of mine, and knowing the mentorship that he had for Liam as a young coach. And so I'm looking forward to working with Coach Bowles, working with Jason Light and his crew, getting to know these guys the last couple of days. It's easy to see why there's been so much success. And so you mentioned the players now. I mean, the players, love Baker. We have worked together in 2022 with the Rams, and then just have been following his career for a long time. And so know what he's about. He's about all the right things. And so he's, arguably the most competitive player in the NFL. That bleeds to the rest of his teammates. That gets that whole thing going. And so the offensive line, the receivers, the backs, the tight ends. I mean, there's a lot to be excited about, and I'm fired up to just kind of get together with these coaches. We got some great coaches, and I'm looking forward to the spring, just building this whole thing out. But definitely when it came available, it was like, man, that'd be a great opportunity to work with these guys.
Well, Coach, welcome on board, and a little bit more about that process. With all these critical positions open around the NFL, coordinator jobs, head coaching jobs, it seemed like not just here but around the league, things were moving at kind of a slow and steady pace, and then you came here in person, and obviously things heated up quickly. Can you take us into that process a little bit? Was it like everybody's on the same page? Is that what you realized?
Yeah, the coaches do a great job, and the general managers and ownership, they do a great job of making sure they collect all the information. So I think that's why some of these things can take a little bit longer, which every day feels like about 3 days when you're sitting there waiting around. But we were able to connect on a Zoom fairly early on.
Yeah.
And then, Coach told me, hey, just be patient. We're working through things.
Mm-hmm.
We'll keep you updated on anything. They did a great job communicating throughout the whole thing. And you have opportunities to interview with other places too. And but I think that's, more so reflective of making sure everybody can gather the right information, get the right background. Hey, talk to people that have worked with people. And so all those things factor into it. We know these are big decisions, and you want to make right by these decisions that everybody makes, and so looking forward to owning up to that.
To Bucs fans that are now already wishing that it was week 1 of next season, tell me, what do they have to look forward to of what a Zac Robinson offense could look like, and what about that is going to be fun for fans to watch?
Yeah, I think first and foremost, we're always going to be in attack mode. We are applying pressure to the defense every single snap, whether that's with our pre-snap motion, our marriage of the run and the pass, using tempo. I love to use tempo to mix it in to keep the defense on their heels, and that'll be exactly what we're all about. But the biggest thing is we want our guys to play with unmatched play energy, effort, strain. We want all 11 playing as one together, and when you have those things, the rest of the stuff falls into place. And whether that's scheme, and you can talk about the specific plays here and there, but when you have the right kind of guys that I know we have here, and you put those things all together, you can create something pretty cool. And obviously that's what we're building for this offseason. I'm looking forward to collaborating with all the coaches, building this thing the right way. And like I mentioned in there, I'm just looking forward to getting to know these players on more of a personal level. I've known them as players for a while. Been watching them, watching their tape, and know the talent that is here. And starts with the quarterback. The offensive line is, like I said in there, it's arguably the best offensive line in the league. So then you got the skill guys. So it's a lot of fun, but to kind of circle back, we will be in attack mode 24/7, applying pressure to the defense.
You heard a lot in that press conference you were just in. Everybody wants all the answers right now. What you're going to do in third down, red zone, every situation. Sure. You're going through the press conferences now. You're talking to us here, but at some point, I know you said it's only day 2 for you. At some point, you're going to sit down in your office upstairs and have no distraction around. What's the first thing on your agenda when you get to that point?
Yeah, I think it's first off, you just got to get to know your players at even a higher level. And so I'll be hunkering down. I've already watched a ton of tape just on individual players, and so that's where it starts. You got to get to know your players, and then really it'll be kind of tailoring and seeing, okay, how are things called here from, there's going to be a lot of familiarity with what Liam and even Dave, when he was here. So there'll be some good concept carryover with a lot of different things, but you kind of start building the scheme after that. Hey, how exactly we're going to verbalize this? Hey, should we tweak this? And so I'm looking forward to getting with these coaches. It's going to be a great collaboration. But you first start with your guys. Hey, what can these guys do? How can we accentuate their abilities every single snap and understand that they need to know the intent of every single play, what we're trying to get done, the details, fundamentals, techniques, and then scheme, goes from there.
And then we'll close with this one. We've had a lot of first-time play callers in recent years. That is not the case with you, but tell me, when you got that experience, when you were the first-time play caller, what are those things you got to learn and work through that now you feel like you're even more ready taking on this role?
Sure, that experience is invaluable. You first off learn how to lead a staff. You get in there and you get in that seat, and you got to make sure there's clarity and communication with your staff, and that's got to be ongoing every single day. And so you learn that first and foremost, and then you obviously learn about dealing with your players at a different level. You have as a position coach, you have your guys, and obviously you're close with every single player on the team, but it's at a different level now, obviously, and you got to lead, and you got to bring the juice, you got to bring all those things every single day. And so all those things you learn before you even take the field on Sunday. Those are the real things, and then obviously calling plays and getting the feel for the flow and all those things. That experience is so big, and was able to obviously get that. And for me it was as simple as like calling the run game. I've always known the run game, but like how to set up different runs, how to set those actions up and play pass after that. Like you learn so many things situationally. You get thrown in those 2-minute situations, first time calling it, you shoot your shot with things and you look back and you say, okay, if I get that situation again, maybe we can get to this. So that experience is huge. And I know Coach Bowles, just talking with guys that have been here before, like the situational football is at a high level here. And so I'm looking forward to even learning and growing from those experiences that I've had before, or experiences that don't come up maybe every 5 years, and you got to be ready for it. So obviously the experience goes a very long way.
Well, Coach, thank you for making the time for us in this whirlwind of a day that you have going on here. Excited to have you and your family here, and can't wait to watch it all come together on the field.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.